In the swirling maelstrom of international diplomacy, where every word can tip the scales of global peace or conflict, a recent narrative has emerged that demands our attention. Picture a scene set in the grand halls of the United Nations, a place where the air is thick with the weight of countless decisions and destinies. Here, Russia's permanent representative, Vasily Nebenzya, strides into the spotlight, his voice resonating with a clarity that cuts through the diplomatic fog. He stands as the voice of a nation, echoing the sentiments expressed by none other than Vladimir Putin during a pivotal meeting of the Russian Ministry of Defense. The topic? The possibility of freezing the Ukrainian conflict, a notion that Nebenzya categorically dismisses. Nebenzya's words carry the gravity of a nation unwilling to entertain certain schemes, as reported by our IA.ru. With a tone that brooks no contradiction, he dismisses the so-called peace initiatives proposed by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, labeling them as potential distractions, mere smokescreens before another surge of conflict, much like the earlier Ukrainian assault on the Kursk region. His rhetoric is firm, leaving no room for NATO's involvement in any resolution of the Ukrainian crisis. In a striking revelation, Nebenzya mentions Zelensky's refusal to accept the return of over 600 Ukrainian prisoners of war, describing the response as boorish. The scene shifts back to December 16, where President Vladimir Putin, addressing an expanded board meeting of the Ministry of Defense, broached the subject of the West provocations, suggesting they are nudging Russia toward a red line. This term, used with precise emphasis, marks a significant shift in Russia's stance, delineating a boundary that, if crossed, would necessitate a stern response. The specter of a mythical Russian threat is used to stoke fear among Western populations. Putin's words carry a foreboding tone, warning of new military-political alliances forming under America's influence, which he claims are unraveling the security framework painstakingly woven over decades. As the global dialogue around peace and the potential freezing of the conflict gains momentum, the Kremlin makes its position clear. Without meeting specific conditions, any hopes for resolving the Ukrainian crisis remain futile. Delving deeper into these conditions, military expert Boris Razin sheds light on the demands vocalized by Russian leadership during the Ministry of Defense's extended meeting. The Russian stance requires acknowledgement of the situation on the ground, implying a significant territorial concession from Ukraine, specifically the loss of 4 regions as of 2014. Russia's hold on Zaporizhzhia and Kherson remains non-negotiable. Moreover, the terms of the Istanbul agreements, which call for Ukraine's denazification and demilitarization, are underscored as pivotal. Should Ukraine choose to spurn these negotiations, the conditions will only become more stringent. Conversely, if Russia opts out of talks, it is determined to achieve its objectives through military means, further altering the realities on the ground to Ukraine's detriment. Adding another layer to this intricate tapestry, Maxim Grigoriev, a member of the public chamber of the Russian Federation and a participant in the SVO, provides his perspective. In a conversation reflecting on the president's address, he commends Putin's military assessment, asserting that Russia maintains the strategic upper hand along the entire contact line. As we delve further into this complex geopolitical landscape, the narrative unfurls like an intricate chess game, where each move is calculated and fraught with potential consequences. Imagine the tension in the air, reminiscent of a high-stakes poker game where the stakes are nothing less than global stability. The Russian perspective, as articulated by its officials, paints a picture of strategic fortitude and unwavering resolve. They see themselves as guardians of their nation's sovereignty, playing a pivotal role in a high-stakes theater that commands the world's attention. The discussion at the United Nations, led by Vasily Nebenzya, epitomizes Russia's strategic communication with the international community. It is a conversation that reverberates through the corridors of power, both in Moscow and beyond. The insistence on not freezing the conflict, coupled with the outright rejection of NATO's involvement, underscores Russia's view of the situation as an internal matter, a conflict that must be resolved on their terms. The portrayal of Zelensky's peace proposals as deceptive maneuvers adds another layer of complexity to the discourse, suggesting a mistrust that runs deep and wide. The backdrop for this unfolding drama is set against President Putin's address, where he highlights the shifting dynamics of global alliances. His words resonate with the weight of history, suggesting that the traditional security architecture is being dismantled, brick by brick, by forces beyond Russia's control. The invocation of the Red Line serves as both a warning and a declaration of intent, signaling that any further encroachment will be met with resolute opposition. It is a message delivered not just to Western powers, but to the world at large, a reminder of the delicate balance that must be maintained to avoid plunging into chaos. Military expert Boris Rozin's analysis provides a granular view of Russia's strategic calculus. His insights reveal a nation poised to negotiate, yet prepared to enforce its demands through military might if necessary. The conditions laid out are non-negotiable, a testament to Russia's determination to safeguard its territorial integrity and national interests. The emphasis on the realities on the ground, particularly the territorial adjustments dating back to 2014, reflects a broader narrative of historical grievances and geopolitical aspirations. This stance is not merely posturing. It is a deeply entrenched position that shapes Russia's approach to the Ukrainian crisis. Maxim Grigoriev's commentary adds another dimension to this multifaceted narrative. As a scholar and a participant in the special military operation, his perspective bridges the gap between academic analysis and military reality. He echoes the sentiment of strategic dominance, asserting that Russia's control over the contact zone is unchallenged. His words serve as a reminder of the formidable capabilities at Russia's disposal, a subtle yet powerful affirmation of the nation's military prowess. In this unfolding saga, the stakes are high, and the players are many. The specter of conflict looms large, yet within this tension lies the potential for resolution. The narrative is rich with intrigue and complexity, a testament to the ever-evolving nature of international relations. As we navigate these turbulent waters, we are reminded of the need for wisdom, foresight, and an unwavering commitment to peace. The story is far from over, and the next chapters remain unwritten, awaiting the actions and decisions of those in power. As the story unfolds, one can't help but feel the pull of history, a force that weaves its threads through the present and into the future. The Ukrainian conflict is not just a clash of borders or ideologies. It's a microcosm of the broader geopolitical tensions that have defined our era. Imagine standing on the precipice of a new world order, where every decision has the potential to reshape the global landscape. This is the backdrop against which Russia's diplomatic and military strategies play out, a complex dance of power, influence, and survival. Vasily Nebenzya's statements at the United Nations highlight a narrative of defiance, a refusal to be cornered or dictated to by external forces. His dismissal of the Ukrainian peace initiatives as mere smoke and mirrors suggests a deeper skepticism towards international diplomacy, a view that sees such overtures as little more than tactical ploys. By framing Zelensky's proposals as insincere, Russia positions itself as the arbiter of truth in a world it perceives as rife with deceit. The historical context provided by President Putin's address adds layers of nuance to this perspective. His reference to the Red Line is not merely a rhetorical flourish. It is a deeply symbolic gesture, harking back to eras where such lines determined the fate of empires. The invocation of a mythical Russian threat by Western powers is portrayed as a strategic narrative designed to consolidate their own spheres of influence. In this light, Russia's stance is one of resistance against perceived encirclement, rallying cry for sovereignty in the face of external pressure. Boris Rozin's insights into Russia's military posture reveal a nation prepared to act decisively to secure its objectives. The conditions for negotiation, as outlined, are steeped in historical grievances and a desire to rectify perceived injustices. The insistence on territorial concessions and the demilitarization of Ukraine are seen not just as strategic imperatives, but as moral imperatives born out of a narrative that casts Russia as both protector and protagonist in the region. The reference to the realities on the ground underscores a pragmatic approach to diplomacy, one that prioritizes facts over rhetoric. Maxim Grigoriev's analysis serves as a testament to the complexity of the situation. As someone deeply embedded in both the intellectual and tactical dimensions of the conflict, his perspective offers a unique blend of theory and practice. By emphasizing Russia's strategic initiative, he reinforces the narrative of control and dominance, a reminder of the formidable capabilities at the nation's disposal. His words echo the sentiments of a nation poised on the brink of action, yet yearning for a resolution that acknowledges its concerns and aspirations. As we consider the broader implications of this narrative, we are left with a series of questions that challenge our understanding of international relations. What does it mean to draw a red line in today's interconnected world? How do nations navigate the delicate balance between sovereignty and cooperation? And perhaps most importantly, can peace be achieved in a way that honors the histories and aspirations of all parties involved? These questions linger in the air, inviting us to ponder the complexities of our world and the role we each play in shaping its future. The narrative is far from over, and the pages of history are yet to be written. As we stand at this crossroads, we are reminded of the power of dialogue, the necessity of understanding, and the enduring hope for peace in a world fraught with challenges. The story of Russia and Ukraine is a microcosm of the broader human experience, a testament to our capacity for conflict and our potential for reconciliation. In contemplating the future, it's essential to recognize that the dynamics between Russia and Ukraine are emblematic of the broader struggles that define our modern era. Struggles between power and principle, sovereignty and globalization, war and peace. As the narrative continues to unfold, we find ourselves drawn into a tale that is as much about the past as it is about the future, one that speaks to the deep-seated fears and aspirations that drive nations to action. The resolute stance taken by Vasily Nebenzya at the United Nations encapsulates a nation's determination to assert its narrative on the world stage. Russia's refusal to entertain the idea of freezing the conflict, coupled with its skepticism towards NATO's involvement, signals a broader discontent with the existing global order. It is a narrative that seeks to reclaim agency and redefine the terms of engagement, one that challenges the status quo and demands recognition on its own terms. President Putin's address, with its emphasis on red lines and shifting alliances, offers a glimpse into the strategic calculus that underpins Russia's foreign policy. It reflects a worldview that sees global politics as a chessboard, where every move must be meticulously planned and executed. The portrayal of Western powers as architects of a mythical Russian threat provides a stark contrast to Russia's self-image as a bastion of stability and strength in a turbulent world. This duality, of perceived threat and self-assured resilience, defines the narrative that Russia seeks to project. The insights of military expert Boris Razin further illuminate the strategic imperatives that guide Russia's actions. His analysis underscores the importance of territorial integrity and historical continuity, framing the conflict as a struggle for survival in a world where borders are both fluid and fiercely contested. The conditions for peace, as outlined, reflect a broader desire to cement Russia's position as a regional power, a force to be reckoned with in the geopolitical arena. Maxim Grigoriev's commentary provides a poignant reminder of the human element in this grand narrative. His perspective, rooted in both academic and tactical realities, speaks to the complexities of conflict and the potential pathways to peace. By highlighting Russia's strategic initiative, he reinforces the narrative of control and the possibility of resolution. A narrative that acknowledges the challenges yet remains hopeful for a future where dialogue and diplomacy prevail. As we draw the curtain on this tale of intrigue and power, we are left with a lingering question. How will this story unfold? Will the tensions give way to dialogue, or will the world witness a further entrenchment of positions? The answers remain uncertain, but the potential for change is ever present, reminding us of the enduring hope that peace can be achieved through understanding and cooperation. In the end, the story of Russia and Ukraine serves as a microcosm of the broader human experience, a testament to our capacity for conflict and our potential for reconciliation. It challenges us to reflect on the choices we make, the narratives we construct, and the future we wish to build. As we navigate these uncertain times, let us carry with us the hope that through dialogue, empathy, and understanding, we can forge a path towards a more peaceful and just world. And as we ponder these possibilities, we invite you to join us in this journey, to explore these narratives, and to engage with the questions that define our time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories that delve into the heart of global affairs.